As the days pass, we get more and more information about College Football 26. As y'all know, some of the creators had the chance to play the video game this past weekend, and they are slowly dropping information about the game. So in this video, we're going to cover some of that stuff, man. It's not going to be anything super groundbreaking, but it will be small details that will let us know insight about the game and what we can expect. So if y'all interested in that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all boys for watching. We're about to hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel. My first year on YouTube, and we're about to hit 10K. That's nuts. So before we get into the actual details of the video, let's talk about the credibility of these YouTubers, man. I think a lot of people are questioning it on Twitter and actually in my comment section of the last video. Some people was questioning the credibility, saying these people are sellouts, these YouTubers. First of all, I don't believe that. Also, and people was calling me a sellout, saying, you know, I'm sponsored. I'm not sponsored by EA. EA is paying me no money to talk about this video game. I get paid through YouTube. So I have no loyalty or, you know, obviously, you know, I want the video game to be good, but I'm not going to go out my way to say the video game is good when I haven't even played it, for one, and two is like, I have no reason. Like, EA is not sponsoring me, man. Actually, the videos where I talk bad about EA or talk bad about the video game, those videos tend to do better on my channel, so that's just something to keep in mind. And also, when it comes to these creators, a lot of people are saying these creators, like I said, are sellouts, or even that, you know, EA is sponsoring them, so of course they're going to talk well about the game. Listen, at the end of the day, I don't know. You know, I don't know any of these guys personally. I know some of these guys on a very YouTuber to YouTuber level, but I don't actually know a lot of these guys personally. But I don't think these guys are sellouts, man. We will cover some things in this video that I was a little bit surprised about after, you know, reading through everything from last video and, you know, everything this creators tweeted about, and then figuring out that they didn't play that many games. Like, they didn't play actual game modes. It seemed like they just played Play Now. They didn't get to play actually Dynasty or Road to Glory is what it seems like. But let's get into it. Super long intro, but let's get into the video finally, man. So Drew, not the expert. First of all, shout out to my guy, man. I enjoyed College Football 25 and everything I have witnessed for College Football 26 from my time in Orlando makes me believe it will be a better game in every way. Not a full review. Never claimed it will be perfect. I have only played now. He has only played the Play Now game mode, and that's what sticks out to me almost the most from everything we've seen that these creators tweeted. And I believe they just got information. They might not have had the chance to play Dynasty or Road to Glory, but I'm sure they was told just additional information about what we all can expect. But it was interesting to see that. I just assumed they had the chance to play Dynasty, and that's why, you know, they was pretty much saying a lot of this stuff was going to be more in depth. But no, it seemed like they just played Play Now, which is interesting. So it seemed like gameplay will definitely be in a better spot because everyone's talking good about the game. But if they actually didn't play Dynasty, they must have been fed the information that Dynasty what to expect with Dynasty. It might have just been presented the whole deep dive that's coming at some point this month. He also says, not an ad. Don't buy the game if you don't want to. And that's kind of a response because people have been lighting them up in the Twitter comments or whatever they call it, and just saying, you know, y'all guys are selling out, you know, whatever, this, that, and the third. We don't believe y'all until we actually get our hands on the game. All of that type stuff. So you got all these creators dropping tweets like this. Drew also says a huge focus of the dev team seemed to be directly addressing community feedback from what was missing in College Football 25 from all sources like Reddit, Twitter, other forums, and social media. A lot of complaints I had that I have seen around were addressed. So, I mean, like I said, it might have been just, you know, they was presented the whole deep dives. Maybe they saw all the deep dives. So, gameplay, Road to Glory, you know, like I said, the stuff we're getting later this month, but don't seem like they actually played these game modes. So, we'll actually see what the game comes out. I'm interested to see what this result is actually going to be like, man. You also got guys asking questions, and Drew here responding. Sim stats. We weren't able to test Dynasty to know. So they weren't able to really get into Dynasty and do tests. I believe last year when they pretty much did this event, they was actually able to play Dynasty early. I'm not sure they played Road to Glory, but they definitely played Dynasty earlier. And maybe they'll do another event, something like this, where they actually get to test Dynasty this year. But probably not. We'll probably just get the game in a month, and, you know, we'll get the deep dives. But apparently they weren't able to play these specific game modes. Drew also says in another tweet that he dropped earlier today, College Football 26 has so many quality of life improvements that I'll be honest, it's difficult to go back and play College Football 25 knowing what I am missing. And I mean, I feel like someone else said that in the last video. It might have been, I don't know, it was one of the guys that's down there. They said that in a tweet a couple days ago. And I mean, that confirms it, man. Just a lot of quality of life stuff. Overall, College Football 25, I believe, was a good video game. So just getting some of the quality of life stuff improved, the small details that over time add up to make the game maybe a little bit annoying or frustrating. So to see some stuff like that improved. Also, someone asked him pretty much about injuries. And this is something I brought up in the last video. And y'all was quick to say that injuries are in the game. There's a lot of injuries, this, that, and the third. There's no injuries, or excuse me, there's no long-term injuries from my experience in games where you actually play. If you're simulating, you're going to get long-term injuries all the time. But when you actually play the games, you rarely get long-term injuries. So in my Temple Dynasty, where we play every single second of the game, I never got a long-term injury. Just never. For neither team, never got it. But in my Sim Dynasties, I get it all the time. And this guy also asked him that question, and Drew can't answer it. But he said there are some changes to, I guess, injuries. So should be improved, should be a thing hopefully going forward. Then someone asked, are we talking gameplay or off the field stuff? And he says both, but mainly Dynasty stuff. So just to say once again, it seems like they didn't play Dynasty, but they got Dynasty information, and that's leading everyone to believe that Dynasty will be in a much better spot. And I think this was the most alarming tweet that I've seen, man. And he said he only played one play now game, so not a huge sample size to know. So once again, they got information about the game, but they didn't get to play the game all that much, what it seems like, man. Because, like I said he only played one play now game. Maybe he did get a chance to play with Dynasty. Don't seem like he did, but they got one play now game and just information is what it seems like. Another tweet that came out pretty much that the player archetypes, or maybe their actual builds is a better way to say it, like the way they looked didn't look that accurate to how they look in real life. For example, you got Nico here and then him in College Football 25. He's kind of a skinnier guy, don't really look like him. Arkansas quarterback, forget his name, but another comparison where he's a smaller guy, but in game, he almost looks a little chubby. But Bengal goes on to say that there's going to be an improvement to this, and you kind of see it here. You see the flak jacket or whatever you want to call it here for Arch Manning. And then also, obviously the head coach who kind of looks like him, kind of don't, but, it's not horrible. Also, seems like wear and tear is coming to Madden. Kurt got asked, and he did this face. I think that's a yes. I don't know. If y'all care about Madden, it seems like wear and tear is coming. And like I said, this is another tweet where they are going at these content creators. How the F are you going to say the game is leaps and bounds better than previous ones when you only played one time? Oh, wait, it's because EA is feeding you a ton of cash. And, that seems like what a lot of you guys in the comments are thinking. Listen, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they're getting fed cash or not, man. Oh, no, I'm not getting fed no cash. Your credibility is on the line now, Kurt. Sure is. That's why I never just said stuff about anything just because of the money. I speak my mind, always have, always will, man. Y'all are going at these creators. Hey, man, y'all even going at me, like I said. Man, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Are they BSing? Are they being truthful? Like, y'all let me know, man. Obviously, it's the concept that, EA invites you down there. You don't want to, just speak all negative about the game because there's a chance they don't invite you next year. Or there's a possibility that EA is inviting these people down because they care about their opinion. And even if they do have negative feedback, EA is going to take that feedback and maybe implement it into fixing the game. So it's kind of two ways to look at it. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. When do y'all think we're getting the deep dives? I think maybe a week, 2. I think within the next 2 weeks, we'll start getting them deep dives. Maybe we'll see on Monday. Maybe they'll drop something like a whole calendar like they did last year. Hopefully they do. Other than that, that's all I got for y'all boys. And we on to the next one. Appreciate y'all.